out, so I got that.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
All right. Hello, folks. We're live. It's Fandango Friday for January 14th, 2022. Welcome to Ronald Terrio's Speakeasy, and this is Fandango Friday, and it is officially winter because the weather has gone that way, and what better way to warm up in the Arctic tundra here than with Fandango Friday's fermented beverage. So exactly. Take it away, Ronald Terrios, the Speakeasy Master. I'm about to do that. Hold on a second. Now, there he is. I'm in Louisiana with Louisiana Liquor and Liqueur Reviews, and James P. Madonna is in. Jean-Pierre is in Georgia with Beverage Ramble, and James P. Madonna is in New Jersey with Progressive Discussions. Howdy. Okie dokie. Somebody said, I saw somebody post something on social media. What's the difference between a drug dealer and the government? And the answer was, a drug dealer doesn't make you take his drugs. So, yeah, but the government does it for your own good.
Right.
That's what they say. All right.
Read it. You take it. You got to take it.
I say that. You got to take it. Yeah. All right. Now, oh, this house sure is thin. We in the backyard. We just entered the front of the door. I should ask Dr. Mabogo. Remember Gomez Adams had a doctor from the Congo. Dr. Mabogo. Oh yeah, the witch doctor. Yeah. I'm gonna ask Baron Samedi what to do. All right, Dr. Magobo. Now here is something I picked up at International Market last week, and I was a little bit surprised because I'd never heard of it before. Old New England. Look at that. Look at that nice farm drawing. Old Buttercup. Come back to Old Buttercup. Old New England Classic Eggnog. It says, this delicious eggnog is prepared with farm fresh New England dairy. They said the cows are all from Massachusetts. Imported brandy. The brandy is from France. Imported rum from Jamaica, and bourbon-based blended whiskey. So you've got three types of things: whiskey, Jamaican rum, and French brandy. And all dairy ingredients have been homogenized, shake well, serve chilled. And this is from a company which I knew nothing about. And I'm going to show you all the website. M.S. Walker, Boston, Massachusetts. So I'm going to shake it. And then we're going to go and I'm going to do a screen share. So this was $7.99 for the bottle. That's a fascinating blend, too. Yeah, rum, brandy, and blended bourbon-based whiskey. But okay, so I'm gonna Well, I can set this here for now. I gotta go put it back in the refrigerator for before too long. So I'm gonna do a hold on a second. Canadian website's not going too well right now. Hold on. Okay, there we go. I gotta bring that up for Jean-Pierre.
Okay.
Okay, good. All right, now I'm gonna go to screen share. See, when the website goes slow, then it messes me up on StreamYard. StreamYard uses up a lot of your memory on the computer. Jean-Pierre left, but he'll be back. His internet bugged out probably. My internet's been bugging out off and on for a year and a half ever since they built that 400-foot 5G tower right over there on the other side of the railroad track.
Wow, so you're being irradiated by 5G gamma rays. Whatever.
Something's going on. It never did it before. Now, here is the website, Old New England Eggnog. Good winter product. 'Tis the season for spreading holiday cheer with Old New England Eggnog, now available in 3 flavors: classic, pumpkin, spiced, and cinnamon spice. So I got the classic. I didn't see the others.
Oh,
Each
wow.
flavor is crafted. I'm sorry, what?
No, those other two sound really good. They all sound great.
Yeah. Each flavor is crafted using the freshest 100% dairy from local dairy farmers, then blending imported brandy, smooth blended whiskey, imported rum, and Kentucky bourbon. We then add natural nutmeg for authentic home style flavor. So the nutmeg is mixed in. And here's the one I have, made with imported brand. Okay, we already said all that. There it is. So the sell sheet here shows you that what I was telling y'all about. It'll come up. This is what they give the distributor when they put it in a store. They can make a little handout, like a little handout sheet to give to people, or put it on their website. So just trying to get it to come up there. You see it's
I bet that's available all year round, not just during the Christmas season.
Probably, but they probably mainly sell it around Christmas. So 100% fresh dairy, rum from Puerto Rico. Oh, I'm sorry, I said Jamaica. Sorry, Puerto Rico, another Caribbean island. French brandy, Kentucky bourbon that's aged 4 years, and Canadian blended whiskey. I've got to update my notes. So Canadian blended whiskey, 4-year-old French bourbon. Okay, well, it's 4-year-old Kentucky bourbon. Now,
4 liquors. You got 4 liquors in there. Wow.
4 liquors. Golly. Now, here's the little bit about the company. It's a family-owned company. M.S. Walker. It was started by a man named M.S. Walker. Founded in 1933, M.S. Walker is a 5th-generation family-owned wine and spirits importer and distributor. They have regional brands and American, U.S. brands. Maurice Walker expanded his local pharmaceutical business into flavorings, extracts, and syrups. Officially incorporated in 1931, he initially set up shop in Boston's South End neighborhood. After the repeal of Prohibition, the company expanded in production and distribution of alcoholic beverages. So there's the people that run it today. And they make all kind of brands. They produce all kind of liqueurs, all kind of vodkas, gins, rums, brandy, whatever. You know, they don't own big distilleries. They just source it, you know, from various people. And they have a big bottling plant in Boston. So I thought you would find that interesting. I sure did.
So the distilleries do like private labeling for them. They slap their label on according to their specifications of what they want.
Right, and then what they do is they ship it to Boston, and then they'll either blend it there or just bottle it in Boston. But they own all the brands. So now on to the part where I describe the product. it's getting dark, so in a few minutes I'll turn the lamp on. But here it is. It's yellowish white, milky colored, eggy. And I think Massachusetts must have good dairy cows because it smells very milky and creamy. Yeah. My father grew up on a farm in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And he says when he would milk the cow, this cat would come up and stand behind the cow and watch. And he'd take a teat and squirt the cat in the face. And the cat would be like, and their whole face would be covered with milk, but the cat would just keep drinking.
Yeah, I've seen the moisturizer that they put on a dairy cow's nipples when they get irritated. I've seen it in the drugstore. Yeah, Utterly Smooth, I think, is one of the companies.
Supposed to be good. It's supposed to be really good.
Hey, Jay, is that a little low? Is that a little low for ABV for eggnog, or that's basically where usually most eggnogs tend to be?
They usually around 12.5%, 12.5%, 30 proof, but 12.5% up to 15%, which this is 15%. Remember, 30 proof means 15%.
Yeah. So if you put 1 or 2 shots of rum in your eggnog at home, with the eggnog, it probably cuts down on the 40% of the rum and becomes what you said.
And most people prefer dark liquor in their eggnog than white clear liquor, right? Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what this one contains: rum, brandy, Canadian whiskey, and bourbon whiskey, all 4 of which are brown liquor.
Sorry about what happened. I hit the wrong button, and you were about to go to me, and I just hit the wrong.
Hey, that's okay. Look, we don't mind that. What we mind is people that constantly interrupt. Which you don't do that. I gotta put the hammer down on people, or people that lack decorum, or people that say they're going to join and hang out and then just don't show up with no explanation, things like that, you know.
Yeah, that's why I only send out links after I go live, because if I make arrangements with people, they don't show.
Yeah, it's rude, you know, it's rude. And there's
well, one of them, his answer was very simple. He says, "I'm not going to argue with you." I says, "Fine," and I just vanished into another dimension. And I says, "Okay." So anyway, hey, Jason Cleveland, I was just chatting with him before.
Oh, okay. Now, so this thing is creamy. It's milky. It's eggy. It's almost like a custard. I even picked up a little solid piece in there, which I wasn't too thrilled with that. But now I'm going to spruce it up by adding some cinnamon.
Can't go wrong with cinnamon.
Can't go wrong with cinnamon. I had a girlfriend named Cinnamon. No, I'm just kidding.
It's like
well, it makes it more spicy. So is this a good value for $7.99? You had better believe it is. I like it a lot. Now, give me about 20 seconds. I'm going to go put this back in the refrigerator because I don't think this is the kind of thing you want sitting out and warming.
No.
You want that. You want to keep that ice cold. You know, if somebody had a Siamese cat, they can call the cat Cinnamon because they kind of look cinnamon and cinnamon.
But you know what, James? That reminds me of you know those drinks, those bushwhackers. You know, eggnog, bushwhackers. I figured it'd be great blended, crush it with some ice. But I don't know, eggnog.
I don't like to put ice because I don't like water mixed in with my milk.
Yeah.
My eggs. When I was a little kid in 5th grade, we had a teacher named Miss Semino. And this one kid, he could never get it right. He'd always say, we'd say, Miss Semino, Miss Semino. He'd always say, Miss Cinemo, Miss Cinemo.
Yeah, I don't. People with difficult names, they get angry if you mispronounce their bizarre name. But it's not your fault because their names are weird.
Right, but I didn't think Semino was too difficult. All right,
No.
now 3 syllables, Semino. But he was a little kid, so
Yeah,
he can't.
as they say, canela in Spanish is cinnamon. Canela.
Canela.
Canela. Now the dried sugar cane juice with the molasses is panela with a P.
Now in Louisiana, we have a lot of names that are supposed to be French, but I get the impression that a lot of these so-called French people might be part of those French territories that used to be part of Italy, like Savoy and Nice. You know, you get names like Semino, Thibodeau, Terrio, and when they start ending in that O or an A, Rousseau, you start to think, was that really French or is it?
Maybe that's why the regions of far northern Italy that is close to France, they tend not to use tomato sauce or tomatoes. It's all creamed sauces like bechamels and things like, like a lot of butter and cream.
There were 2 Italian regions, Savoy and Nice, Nice. Looks like nice, right? Nice. And what happened was, I'll tell you this real fast. The Italian government wanted to get Venice and Lombardy from Austria. Austria ruled Venice and Lombardy. But they knew they would lose if they went to war with Austria and they would get beat. This was in 1859. So they talked to Napoleon III of France, a big swindler, you see. So Napoleon tells the king of Italy, let me tell you what I'll do. I'll help you fight Austria in exchange for Savoy and Nice. And they said, well, okay. So I don't know why they said, okay, why they would want to give up these 2 areas. So they went to war with Austria. But then in the middle of the war, France had their 2 territories and they pulled out and said, well, we're finished. We're leaving. And so they left the Italians hanging and they got beat and they couldn't get, they only got Lombardy and they couldn't get Venice. And so the Italians were angry at France ever since then. You know, they were like, you cheated us. You know, you made a deal, then you backed out.
So something that the French would do. I mean, it's they're based on their personality. Yeah, Italy wasn't unified. I know a guy named Garibaldi unified Italy. It was
him and Victor Emmanuel. Yeah, Garibaldi and Victor Emmanuel. That was in 1859. That was right when they went to war to grab those territories. That was right at that very time. Garibaldi in the south and Victor Emmanuel north. And then Mussolini tried to get revenge. Hey, Joy. Mussolini tried to get revenge in 1940 by grabbing those 2 territories back. But he put his money on a bad horse, you see. The horse called Hitler. All right. Now,
I think they used the dirigible as a bomber. That was World War I, right?
Yeah.
They used the dirigible. Yeah. That was that war was started in Belgrade, Serbia. The Serbians. I think it started in Serbia.
That's on my bucket list.
Sarajevo. Yeah, Sarajevo.
That's on my bucket list of places to travel is Rome. I want to go to Rome, try the real deal pizza, real deal, Italian dishes, some chicken parm, some lasagna, and taste some real good wine.
Yeah,
so I got a big pizza inside right now, anchovy and mushroom, but fresh toppings, and
Meanwhile, Jean, you'll have to get some Red Baron pizza. All right.
Red Baron. Yeah, what about Tombstone or
DiGiorno, or yeah.
Once you eat the white mozzarella, the really fresh, good stuff, you can't go back to the garbage.
That's what I'm saying. So
you ready for it?
There's some great pizza spots here. So. Okay. All right. Good evening, everybody. Hope you're enjoying your Friday, enjoying the weekend. Stay warm and, stay hydrated with water and tea and coffee, but also with some good hooch and beer. A lot of good football games coming up this week. But anyway, I am drinking Canadian Club whiskey, 1858. It is 80 proof, 40% ABV. I have it here in my glass. Now, this whiskey has been under a lot of different ownerships. Different hands have kind of passed around. Jay, I think you were going to go ahead and tell the story. Founded by Hiram Walker in in Detroit, Rock City. He first learned to do distilled cider vinegar at the grocery store, but then started doing whiskey. Now, looking at the brand because go ahead.
He went to Canada because of some problems, so he started making his products in Canada. Hiram Walker. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
I'm going to show the website. Now, what happened was, I'm just trying to get the website to come up. All right, so now there's Canadian Club. It started in 1858. Hiram Walker was the original owner, but his company got bought out about in the 1980s, right, or the 1990s by Jim Beam Company. So there is no more Hiram Walker. There's still the label. There's Hiram Walker whiskey, but forget it. It's owned by Beam. So Canadian Club is their original. And the funny thing about it, when it first came out, it was called Club Whiskey, not Canadian Club. It was just called Club Whiskey. But it got so popular, it was taking over the U.S. market. It was more popular than all the American whiskeys. So these American whiskey producers went to the U.S. government and complained about it and said, hey, those Canadians are hurting our sales. You need to crack down on them. So the U.S. government was saying, like, you can't call it club whiskey because people think it's from the United States. So they were forced to change the name to Canadian Club so that the people would know it was from Canada.
And also it received some warrants from the monarchy in England, Queen Victoria, Elizabeth II, George V.
Yeah, it has that crown on there. You're right, a royal warrant.
Yeah. It was been used on several advertising. I know, and one of my top 5 Bond movies, The Spy Who Loved Me. I love that movie. They did a print ad for Canadian Club whiskey. Also, it sponsored Andretti Green Racing Team, the number 27 driver Dario Franchitti, the ex-husband of Ashley Judd, and so they've been around. Now, I guess it was also used product placement during the famous the TV show Mad Men on AMC. Used that, of course, during that time, the 1960s. So, but when I go to the liquor store and see this, if you look at this whiskey now, I guess it's kind of viewed as being a inexpensive, maybe bargain basement brand whiskey now, which is kind of unfortunate. I hope that's not the case, but
no, it doesn't. Doesn't taste like it. Now they use
it doesn't. I think it's pretty good to me. I think I'm really enjoying this a lot.
Now, John, here's the 3 ingredients in their blend: barley, rye, and corn are blended together. Then they use column and pot stills, but we won't go into all those technical details. People can read this at their own leisure, right? At their leisure. It's aged 5 years, and then they age it in first fill bourbon barrels and Canadian whiskey barrels, and They blend it and bottle it. It's actually bottled. I think if you look at the label, it's bottled in Illinois. But anyway, there you go.
But overall, I think this is pretty good. Again, I only if you look at some of the cocktails and that you can do with this, you know, what do you know? I like the title. It said, "What do 7 generations of gangsters, smugglers, politicians, you know, all that nonsense." It's kind of funny. But overall, I think this is a really superb product.
Well, give us a description of the flavor and all of that.
But it has a little bit of a burn, but not a bad burn taste to this. You know, I think it's quite good. Is a little bit, you know, it has sort of that a little oak feel to this, you know, which is not bad. It says you can mix this, like do like a little Canadian Club with ginger. You want to throw some ginger ale into this, little lime wedge, or maybe put like a little mint in this, you know, with something, I guess maybe a little poor man's mojito. But that's one of the cocktail recipes that they have. Looking at it right now. But I said I have no ice in the glass, you know, and I had it in the. You can drink it at room temperature, you know, simple, or you want to drink it with a couple of 2 rocks, you know, rock glass with a little bit, a couple of, you know, cubes in there, 2-3 cubes, and that's about it. You don't want to water it down, but overall, this isn't bad at all. So I got the little shot glass. You know, I got one more little shot glass left in it, and
well, you know, you can get a full size bottle for about $12.
yeah. So it's, you know, I saw it there, and then I thought, you know, maybe, and there's a little, you know, there's a little almond flavor to this, you know, or maybe a little almond aroma. I'm getting, you know, but there's a little bit of some spice.
Yeah, I pick up on that almond. Yeah, and I also think it tastes like honeycomb cereal myself.
Yeah.
But
if you want to do like bananas Foster, you know, throw that in there. That might work. You know, possibly. Well, you know,
we better go to James. He's waiting patiently.
Okay, I'll give him a story.
Talk.
Like I said.
Talk.
A little bananas Foster, you know, add to that, or maybe a little dessert. Again, a nice nightcap, you know, thing to enjoy before you head on to bed, you know, and you're in your place again. Don't do this and then get on the car and make your way home. No. You don't want to do that. So
and if you work in a butcher shop, do not drink this and then go work and cut meat.
Hey, it tastes like somebody's hand.
Especially that, what is that, Ronald? The bandsaw that the butchers use, the vertical saw. That's what they call it, a band, right?
When they killed, when they I think when they cut up the body of what was it? Not Big Pussy, but what is it in The Sopranos? They were using the cutting up the meat, cut up the body at the meat locker in The Sopranos, the 2nd season.
Well, to make sure the body never turns up anywhere.
Exactly.
I never watched it, but yeah, bandsaw, yeah.
Don't drink
Canadian Club. Don't drink Canadian Club and go work at the nuclear power plant or at the butcher shop. All right.
Oh, I think
the nuclear codes.
I think Homer Simpson worked at Mr. Montgomery Burns' nuclear power plant. But never Duff beer. Now never turn your head and speak to anyone if you're a butcher operating the bandsaw. Don't do it. Don't do it. You focus, like Mr. Miyagi said to that annoying Daniel-san. Focus.
By the way, Cobra Kai season 4, really good. I should check it out. So
yes, and it's good that the main stars are back.
Yeah,
on Cobra Kai. Now I didn't bring anything special in my opinion, but I wanted to get rid of it. because I have much better things waiting in the wings.
Right.
You know, for you hummingbird fans. All right, anyway, I brought lemon Bacardi, all right, rum with natural flavors, all right, and it's white rum, and that's why I said I did not bring anything special. It's a
Well,
namby-pamby.
it is family owned. It is.
Yeah, it's white rum. Getting back to what Beverage Rambles was talking about mojitos, white rum. If you got a large bottle of white rum and you put fresh mint leaves and squeezed limes with the skin, with the rind, and put it all in there and just let it become an infusion. I would call that a mojito infusion. That might work out, you know, like an instant mojito without the sugar. All right, so we got 35% alcohol by volume. Maybe because of the addition of the lemons, and everybody knows the Bacardi company started by, I believe his name was Emilio Bacardi in Santiago, Cuba, and then he fled to Puerto Rico after the Cuban Revolution, and that's the story. Now let me add it in the freezer. You know, this was 75% full. I have no idea where this rum went. Now, wait a minute. It couldn't be 75% full because it's a little bottle. Now, forget about what I just said. Forget about it. Forget about it. Forget about it. Hey, let's cut the body up now. We got the bandsaw going. Hey, forget about it. Anyway. Well, it smells good. It smells like a good summer tropical beverage that is very versatile.
Now, James, look what they say on the website. If you can read it.
If I can read it. Hold on. Let me get my reading glasses. We named Bacardi Limon Rum after the Spanish word for lemon. No shit. But it gets its fresh flavor from a blend of 3 citrus fruits, lemon, lime, and grapefruit. That's why it was unique when I smelled it. So what does it taste like? Sunshine. Like you're walking on sunshine, like the old disco song. Okay.
And if you're
Definitely.
wondering why they're spelling it with, if you wonder why they're spelling it with that FLAVOUR flavor, it's because Bacardi's headquarters is actually in Hamilton, British Bermuda Islands. Corporate office in Bermuda.
Maybe there was a problem with Bacardi's headquarters being in San Juan, Puerto Rico, because of its United States Commonwealth, and maybe the United States government was hitting them with some fees, and they decided to move their main office to Bermuda, which is not a problem. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why a lot of banks move to the Cayman Islands, British Cayman Islands, because they don't ask questions where the money's coming from.
No, they don't. And Bermuda is really not in the tropics. It's like off of North Carolina or something of that nature. Yeah. But Bermuda is in the path of the Gulf Stream, which travels north and then heads towards, I think, the British Isles. And that's why Bermuda has that turquoise water and pretty beaches, because it's it's in the Gulf Stream path. Anyway, it definitely had more than a lemon aroma. So what you showed on the screen share made a lot of sense. It's a citrus blend. I take back what I said about the product being, boring or ordinary. It actually has more of a liqueur flavor without the nauseating sweetness. It's actually pretty good. Surprisingly good for a white rum, but because all these citrus fruits are present, I actually like it. This is, even to drink this ice cold without putting it in a mixed cocktail during hot weather, wherever you may be, I think this would be, iced, an excellent product.
And they could have taken the cheap way out and just used lemon, but they chose to use lemon, oranges, and grapefruit, right?
Well, lemon, lime, and grapefruit.
Oh, lemon, lime, and grapefruit. Okay.
Yeah, grapefruit. I have no idea why they call it a grapefruit, because it's a hell of a lot bigger than a grape. But anyway, that's what they use. And
they ought to call it a softball fruit.
they call it, it's the size of a softball, sometimes larger. And there is, no, hold on. I better not say it because it might affect the video, but I'll tell you off the air. It has to do with the rind of citrus fruits, but it's kind of big news in a good way. But if I use the terminology, YouTube might come down on you. So anyway, I like it. I like it very much. And then I have the leftover Corbel Brut American Champagne to chase it down with.
Oh yeah,
that's not bad. That's not bad.
Okay, I forgot that I had more. I had a lot more left, and then of course I have the wonderful Dollar Tree wine glass.
Right.
And
I need to update my wine glasses. I had
definitely don't sound like the Dollar Tree.
I need to go to I need to go to some flea markets and find some glasses. So I might have to go to Douglasville.
You can get a lot of good wine glasses at Dollar Tree, actually.
But this is thick. Yeah. This is heavy. This is not gonna like shatter. That's what I love about it. It's not only beautiful, and it's glass, but it's thick and heavy duty. And Ronald has one exactly like this.
All mine keep breaking. I get these thin weakling glasses that break at the drop of a hat or a drop of a glass.
Yeah, exactly. But this is I can definitely smell and taste the grapefruit and the lemon and the lime. It's not hidden. It's not something that you have to force yourself to smell and taste. And of course, it's white rum, which will be good. But even the dark rum will be good as a summer drink. I mean, I guess as a mixing rum, it's ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. It would probably make a good mojito with the addition of mint.
Oh yeah.
Bacardi, say what you will with their company. They've really been probably one of the more popular brands. And no matter who you are, the lime, the limon, as I say, Limone, Limon, they've always done a good job with what they put together.
Yeah, I've never had any of the Bacardi flavored products, but I'll plan on trying some.
Their clear rum and their dark rum, both are excellent, and I brought them to a lot of get-togethers, and I don't get the side eye.
Right.
Yeah.
What are you saying, James?
I'm using this because the bottle was plastic, and I don't want to put plastic in the freezer because a toxic chemical is leached by the freezing temperature out of the plastic. So if it's a glass airline bottle, I don't care. But that's why I hung on to this, and I don't know why. I guess my mind was somewhere else, but I got upset that there was only so much liquor in here. Then I realized
that it was
now
getting that it was just a little tiny bottle.
it was a tiny bottle. Constant motion, coffee, IP, constant motion. Does that mean it has a laxative effect, and you're squirming to run to the toilet?
No, it's a perpetual motion machine. Hey, Travis Scott and Anheuser-Busch announced yesterday that they were ending Cacti, which was the only seltzer I liked. All the rest
you
were
reviewed
good.
it. And you reviewed it, Jay. You reviewed it.
Yeah. And why did they discontinue it? Because Anheuser-Busch was embarrassed because of the Houston tragedy, and they were thinking that people would associate them with the tragedy. You see, what happened was he made Cacti, and he contracted with Anheuser-Busch to make Cacti. James P. Madonna reviewed that Cacti on his channel. And then when that trouble broke out, they said, oh, well, we're going to stop making your product. And I guess it would be too much trouble for him to go find another producer for it. So he's just going to drop it.
You know, the cork, the original cork that was in here, when I try to pull it out, it went right across the living room like a dangerous projectile, even from the gas of like maybe half a bottle.
You know what I did for my wine, my sparkling wine? I took a paper towel and I bunched it up as tight as I could, and I shoved it in there, and it kept it bubbly. Now, before I bring out my next product and my final product, I want to do the score. So I did a 95 out of 100 for Old New England. If you find it for $7.99, buy it. I could have gotten a big jug bottle for even cheaper per ounce, but I said, oh well, I don't know if I like it. Now, Beverage Ramble, how are you going to score your Canadian Club 1858?
Well, like I said, like you said, Jay, the bottle's $12.99. People say, all right, oh, wait a minute. It's a cheap bottle form of whiskey, the Canadian Club. But I think it's really good. I think if you're looking for something that's, everybody looks at prices, but also you got to look at the quality. Like with Miller High Life, with beer. Yes, it's $9.99 certain places, some places maybe higher for the beer, but you look at the quality of Miller High Life. The quality of Miller High Life has been around for a long time versus some no-name beer that you never heard of, like, I don't know, Milwaukee Classic Lager or whatever. Some
oh yeah, don't even mention that. Don't even mention that thing.
Things like that. Or Milwaukee Best Premium. May it rest in peace. You're no longer with us, Heavenly Father. But yeah. This is, the price. Don't look at the price. I think this is a good whiskey to enjoy. Again, the cocktails you can make with this, if you want to do, even with the Bacardi Limon, Limon, do like a mojito, or if you want to even do like you're going to add this into your eggnog, or you want to add this into your, your margarita or your strawberry daiquiri, whatever it is. You want to add a dark whiskey or something, rum. I don't know. Give it some flavor. I'm gonna go 90 out of 100 for this brand. I think it's very good and enjoyable.
A-. All right, A-.
Very
All right,
nice score with my cigar.
Okay, that cigar. I bet that cigar wasn't $1. Now,
no, it was James, not.
How do you score the Bacardi Limon?
Tiny bubbles. I give this a 93% out of 100.
Better than you expected.
It's better than I expected. I'm not a white rum enthusiast, but it is better than I expected in terms of the flavoring added. Okay, which explains why it's 35% alcohol instead of 40. But yeah, that's good. And I not to digress, but I enjoyed the history of the spam and the corned beef, the canned corned beef on that video. They really went into some detailed history, Ronald.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch it, but do you know why they call it spam? It's a abbreviation for spiced ham.
Oh,
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember my aunt used to make, when I was going to school, we used to make corned beef. She would add spam to it to give it, with the corned beef hash to take the lunch to when I was in school, elementary school. Take your bag lunch with you, or take your lunch with you to school, and it was pretty cool.
Well, I'm planning to have some corned beef hash tomorrow with a fried egg and some diced onions and hot sauce and black pepper. So get ready, because I'm gonna eat it.
Well, corned beef hash is nothing but corned beef and diced potatoes. So you're getting it's like, normally people would make breakfast link sausages and hash brown potatoes. Well, this is a combination of your meat and your potato in one, and you can put the eggs right on top of it. I don't eat an egg. I eat 4 eggs, but that's besides the point. You can put them, just lay them right on top of the corned beef hash. Now, when I used to get the canned corned beef hash at Aldi's, which was excellent quality, it's very low price compared to, let's say, the name brands like Broadcast, Hormel, which was the business started between a guy named Mel and his mistress prostitute, Hormel. So anyway, anyway, the quality of not only the corned beef hash at Aldi's, but the spam. I mean, if you read it, it says made in Denmark, and there's no byproducts. There's no corn syrup. It's just simple ingredients, and made in Denmark. The hash brown potatoes are made in Canada, and there's no preservatives. I mean, it's a great company. I know they're related to the Trader Joe people.
Yeah, they own it.
Yeah, Hawaiians like spam. Don't ask me why. Maybe it's because.
Yeah, there's a special Hawaii only spam that you can only get in Hawaii. And if I ever go to Hawaii, the first thing I'm going to do is not go to the beach. I'm going to go to the grocery store and buy the Hawaiian only spam. All right.
I don't want to get involved in any tourist trap nonsense.
No.
I want to go to the places where the local people go, and that's what I do no matter where I go. I want to enjoy New York. Local people.
Okay, where's the best place I can get a good steak dinner? Best way I could get a nice, good, authentic Hawaiian meal. Go talk to the local.
The worst. I gotta do my second liquor now.
With the fruit. Yeah. Go ahead.
The worst place in New York City to get Chinese food is Chinatown, and the worst place to get Italian food is Little Italy, unless you like paying exorbitant prices for a tiniest little thing you ever saw in your life.
Yeah, tourist traps is where they rip you off.
Yeah. Have you ever been to a place called Jay and James in New York City? A place called Umberto's.
Yes, I've had fried calamari there, and it was
Sal. Some 2 guys own Sal and Tony. They own the place.
Yeah, that's where
Umberto's
one of the mobsters got whacked in there.
Yeah,
Umberto's. But I like the City Island place that Ronald brought me to. 1,000 times better than the fried calamari at Umberto's.
I love me some calamari.
Talk about Johnny's Reef in the Bronx.
Johnny's Reef.
On City Island.
I love me some calamari. Yes, man.
All right. Now, here we go with the next thing from me, and this is going to be for Jean because you love white liquor. Now,
Ouch. Tiny bubbles. Hey, what happened to BC? He's not carrying on the tradition. The tradition.
I don't know.
You know, we're falling asleep.
Okay. Miles, what was that?
Miles Crane from the Fraser show. Oh, London Dry.
London Dry. Is that gin or vodka?
Gin with natural flavors.
Oh, okay, gin with natural. Okay. I'm sure 007 used it for his martini, shaken, not stirred.
Probably more like Tanqueray, but I bought this at Total Wine and more, and it was $1.99 for this bottle. And here is the website, and you guess who owns Miles?
Sazerac.
Sazerac. Based in Louisiana.
Hey, was the gin martini the original martini recipe?
Yes.
Okay.
It might have
Not
been
vodka martini. James Bond says is a gin martini. Gin martini. Plain
all right.
simple.
So now Miles hit the market in the year 1960, and here's the Sazerac website for it. And this is very popular in Louisiana. I don't know about other states, but I guess because their headquarters is here. But it says London Dry Gin infused with imported botanicals. Its juniper forward taste profile makes it a versatile spirit for an array of mixed drinks. Miles London Dry Gin. London Dry delivers hints of citrus to complement its classic juniper taste. So that's all they say about it. It's a common product. It's always in a green bottle with white trim. They're trying to mimic Tanqueray, obviously, but anyway, I'll try to get back to the comments, you all. But now we'll talk about this product. So I'll pour a little bit. This glass is kind of smudgy from the eggnog, but I'm not going to pour too much because white liquor. I don't want to wake up tomorrow morning and say, "Who put all this on my Facebook?" What is all of this? Some crazy person on my Facebook, and then I'm like, "Oh, wait a minute." All right. Anyway, y'all want to fight? You want to fight? Let's go. Anyway, it's clear. Yeah, it's clear like water. Now this, I did a solo review, but it hasn't been posted yet. But here's the thing about this product. I never had it in my life until this week. It smells like cocoa powder. Now explain that. Why would a gin smell like cocoa powder? I don't know. I don't know what kind of crazy botanicals they're adding, but it smells to me like cocoa powder, like not bad cocoa, but just I don't know why it would smell like cocoa powder, right? All right, cheers. Let's go with the taste.
Cheers. It's supposed to smell like juniper berries.
Cheers.
Yeah. Now the taste, I don't really like gin, but you do get the juniper berries. I'll admit that. But there is this background cocoa powder. Now I know they're adding all kind of citrus fruits and other kind of herbs and stuff to make it taste like this. But I don't know. This is a weird product. I see people buying it. Like I said, every store, seemed like every liquor outlet in Louisiana sells Miles in the big jug bottles, the liter bottle, the 750 fancy looking bottle, or this 200 milliliter. And James would like this. It's glass. It's not plastic.
Yeah.
Glass.
And what else you got, Jay? What else you got?
Oh no! I'm not bringing out the big deal, Naked Jay or
Naked Jay, George, the Tabasco. The
yeah,
Tabasco.
or the Tabasco tonight because I've already done the eggnog and I've done the Miles. We're not doing a triple feature because Old Jay will be in the Kagu land, be on cloud 9. You know, I don't want to be on cloud.
You might miss work. So yeah.
I don't even want to be on cloud 2. You know. So
Well,
anyway,
we don't want to spoil the viewers too much and give them too much entertainment.
not to mention I got Dawn Busters tomorrow. All right. How am I going to score this? It's a weird product. Is it really good? I don't know what real good gin tastes like, and I don't want to know.
Gin is rough. I would say gin is very, very rough.
I don't know why people drink gin, I'm going to tell you, but if you want to drink it, go ahead. My uncle drinks it, Tanqueray and tonic, and then after about 2 hours, they'll be having a Friday night hangout, and he'll be like, and my father's like telling his brother, "What did you just say?"
That's how people act on a lot of these miscellaneous hangouts that are on.
Yeah, like right. They act like that on air, you know, like out of their head, you know.
Yeah, like all Eric's friends that get together and have a go live.
I don't know. Gin is a weird product. The juniper berries and the weird spiciness just gives me the willies, or as they say in southeastern Louisiana, the Acadianic part, the frisson. They'll say, "Oh, it gave me the frisson."
Acadian.
Yeah, the frisson. All right. But it's fine. I'm gonna score it. Let's see. Get this done real quick. I'll score Miles Gin. You can get it for a good price if you want a budget product from Sazerac, who owns obviously 10,000 different brands. I'd say 88 out of 100. It's a B plus, but that's about all I can say. Anyway, now we're gonna go back to the main viewer screen. And do y'all have any final thing on? You might want to score that sparkling wine again, the Corbel. I don't know.
You know, I can't complain about it for the price. I mean, for an relatively inexpensive American champagne, it's sure a hell of a lot easier on the bank account than the Dom Perignon.
Oh yeah.
My God, what is this? The Gettysburg Address? What is this? Trader Joe's is fantastic, and they are related to the oldies people. You're right, sir.
Aldi's bought Trader Joe's in 1979. So yeah,
I did not know that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's why their prices are very low, especially when I go buy the simpler times or some of the other singles that they have. And of course, I go to Aldi's quite a few times and Lidl a few times.
When I go to Trader Joe's, I never seen so many white people driving Subarus in my life.
And do they plug up the cars? Do they plug them up?
Subarus, not over here. All the muckety mucks are over here at Trader Joe's.
At Trader Joe's in my town, they all drive Subarus, and
they have all these seems to have a lot of German products.
Yeah, well, it makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, a lot. And
German company, and a lot of their beers, I would say, you know, going to Aldi's and Lidl. I mean, I've tried some of their beers, and I'm saying, man, this is darn good. I haven't bought that German beer from Aldi yet.
Oh, it's good. Vernus Bruna. I'm telling you right now, I'm
thinking about buying it.
Get it.
Thinking about shopping, getting some of that. So,
all right. So, any last comments from you guys? James is talking about this Corbel. I know. I'm gonna let you review it. I'm gonna let you give the score.
Okay. As far as me, reviews coming up. I still got the Big Little Thing from Sierra Nevada to review. Also, Jay, this is what I'm going to be bringing for Stout Sunday, a porter. This is Founder's Porter right here. This is what I'm going to be bringing. on Sunday. So whoever's hosting, if it's John, now he's moving to Massachusetts, or you, I will bring this. Yeah.
Be very careful, John and Lily. Be very careful when you move into a woman's house or apartment. Be very careful.
But he's getting his own apartment. He's not
because they start bossing you around, man. You move into their house, they start barking the commands and the demands rather.
Also, I picked up a few things today. Also, Wayne sent me a couple of beers. Our good friend Jay Wayne in Pennsylvania sent me 3 beers he sent me, and I'm going to be reviewing those. Also, I bought this today, the Costa Zinger Pale Ale right here.
Yeah, Kostritza.
Costa Pale Ale, which is 7.7% ABV. So I'm going to be reviewing that. And also also picked up today, this one, the Schneider Weiss.
Oh, Schneider Weiss. Eisbach. Oh, Aventinus. Eisbach.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Aventinus.
This is an ice beer, you said?
Well, they make an Eisbach, but that's probably not it, I guess.
Okay. This one is 8.2% ABV. So these 2 beers, very strong. So I'm going to have to do it inside, not outside at some location, at some park, and so inside somewhere, or maybe close to my apartment, so I could walk back to my apartment in one piece. So yeah, those are the beers I have, like I said, a few others, and those are the beers I'll be reviewing this coming week. So stay tuned. I haven't done a lot of reviews, just a bunch of crap I've been dealing with. But anyway, I am back, and you'll see me.
Now, James is going. Yeah, a lot of weed states have 10 cities. A lot of cities. Most of your cities that are run by neoliberals are full of homeless hobos living in tents.
Well, unless you're living back in the day and you're a sheik and you have a harem and you're living in this elaborate, huge tent next to an oasis, the tent cities are not what they used to be.
No. So
another Gettysburg.
Bums, drug addicts, petty criminals, maniacs, sickos, weirdos, and layabouts.
Well, the worst bums are the ones that they'll take a $5 bill from you. You'll hand them a $5 bill. Not that I would do it, because they run off and buy what they shouldn't be buying. They'll take the $5. They'll say, "Oh, couldn't you give me 20?" Those are the worst.
What I've always said about these people, they'll do anything for money that does not involve work.
Yeah.
No, they have a disdain for work.
Work is their worst nightmare. All right, now
they work for Seymour Doolittle.
Yeah, and they do less than him. Now, Uncle Wimpy was more motivated than these people.
Oh yeah, Wimpy, I will gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. But anyway, promo time. This Sunday, I will be going live at 3 p.m. Eastern Time.
High noon Pacific.
With the Keto Kings barbecue banter and open topic show, which means open topic, multi-topic, anything you want to talk about, uncensored. Let it all hang. Now you have to go blurry while I'm doing my promo, you piece of garbage.
Yeah, well, just ignore it. Just ignore it.
You logic tech. I bet it's Sabatucci. That's what it is. It's sabotage. Anyway, what was I saying? Open topic show. Let it all hang out, or keep it all in. Whatever you want to do. And BC shows his wonderful smoker barbecue in action. and so does Jason Cleveland. And we do a lot of we discuss a lot of heavy duty subjects with a lot of screen sharing, and Ronald knows all about it because he's dropped in
Yes.
a couple times, and it's a lot of fun. It's good to vent, because if you don't vent, you're only going to get an ulcer. Oh, Geordie comes on too. So it's Geordie from Scotland, VC from Michigan, and Ronald Jason Cleveland from the state of Washington. I mean, as a foundation. Now, anybody else is welcome, but I will only send the link after I go live.
Right.
Because I've had people private send me a request for video chat privately and say, I want to be on the show. I want to be on the show. Oh, yeah. Send me the link. Then I send it.
Mango.
Yeah.
Bang, bang.
Yeah, that's right. Bing. Yeah, that's it. The old song. Yeah, I want to be on the show, and they don't show up. So, and then they make some feeble excuse, which is something stupid, like
maybe they had to wash their hair.
They had a bad hair day, or they had a bad mustache day, especially those that curl it with beeswax. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Cool. Oh, that's funny.
But we do. Everybody's welcome. Not everybody's welcome. The trolls are
everybody's welcome. We're like the Waltons. We let everybody come to our house. Now,
not the trolls.
But not the troll. Now, as far as promos for me, I got and I want to thank James P. Madonna and Beverage Ramble for joining Fandango Friday. I have Dawn Busters tomorrow morning, and that's going to be the end of the rye whiskeys for the time being. Then we're going to pivot over to bourbon whiskey, and I have a bourbon whiskey I'm bringing in Sunday morning, which is Peated Bourbon, which is a very unusual product from Brooklyn, New York City, New York, Kings County, Peated Bourbon, and it's a strange kind of item. I don't know why you would want to make a bourbon that tastes like Scotch, but whatever. And then we're going to taste challenge all of those. And then we have Stout Sunday, of course, in the morning. And then next Wednesday, we have beers for wintertime. Any beer that you think would be appropriate for wintertime. Jean-Pierre brought the Samuel Smith's Oatmeal Stout, which he thought was a good. Stouts are always good for winter. And then next Friday, another Fandango Friday, I do believe. And that's the way it goes. So any promos for Jean-Pierre?
Like I said, I mentioned the beers that I mentioned to you, or I will be reviewing. Just wish everyone well. Please stay safe. Do what you got to do. Keep yourself healthy. Go out, enjoy the fresh air. If you live in the Georgia area, do all of it. Do all your chores early tomorrow and even early Sunday, because we know the weather's going to be pretty crappy here in the Atlanta area. So stay safe. I spoke to my brother today that I don't know if I'll be coming over to his place Sunday to watch the games, the playoff games the 2 playoff games. I'm trying to get back home Sunday evening, make sure I'm not in any situation, but
you better just cool it on that weather. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be here, and I got to do some grocery shopping tomorrow, get a few little things just to make dinner. Outside of that, just everybody stay safe, and I got my beer reviews I'm going to do. So early in the morning, I'm going to do my morning walk and come in and today I was trying to get my car situated with my truck, but unfortunately, there's just things that might cost me because Georgia has a very tough emissions law, and I'm trying to get my truck legalized, but I think I might have to save some pennies to get his thing worked on, and they're looking at maybe close to $700, maybe $1,000 to get this situation, get past this emissions test. And I'm like, I don't know. I think I'll just chill. But my tags for Alabama is still okay. So yeah. But anyway, I ain't gonna go on about that.
James knows about vehicles being ruined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to take it easy. Like I said, my job is less than 10 minutes away. So come in, do what I got to do, go home, come in, do my walk in the afternoon, come back, and try to keep places that are very local, that are less than 20 minutes away from my place, and then keep my butt here at the house. You know.
All right. Yep. Right. Now, James is going to close us out with a musical accompaniment.
Speed walking is great. If you do it nonstop for at least 20 minutes, then it becomes aerobic. 20 minutes minimum. It's an aerobic exercise.
I can walk for about good 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and keep going on. You know, perfect. I'm good.
And then some people put like the weights on their wrists or their ankles, or people do different things. You know,
Elvis Presley used to do that, but it didn't work.
Well, Elvis Presley, he got plenty of exercise during his musical events.
And also eating a lot of peanut butter and banana sandwiches. And
right.
I like peanut butter and banana, or peanut butter and apple.
Me too. Peanut butter and banana.
Without the bread. And then you wash it down with ice cold milk.
Water for me, but yeah.
Anyway, speaking of shopping, my sister uses Instagram, but honestly, I like to select my own food. I don't want somebody, I just can't picture me telling someone else what I want. I don't know. Anyway, here goes. Yes, he did get plenty of exercise backstage, and women used to throw him the I don't know, coordinates to get to their address, where they lived. Arr, you have departed the Fandango Friday pirate ship. Please expedite the premises over the splintered plank, and don't let the bull sharks bite you in the ass on the way out.
Bye, everybody. Come back now. You hear?
Come back now. You hear? Come back, yo, come back.